ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। 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 ॐ ऋतगं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः। ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम्। ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। हरि ओम, सुप्रभातम्। ॐ शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। यस्य द्विरदवक्त्राद्याः पारिषद्याः परश्शतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय कृष्णायाक्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदान्तवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे। श्रीवैशम्पायनो जयमे जयमुवाच श्रुत्वा धर्मानशेषेण पावनानि च सर्वशः युधिष्ठिरः शान्तनवं पुनरेवाभ्यभाषत। We are looking on that particular word called yuga. And yesterday we had mentioned on the quality of people living in respective yugas, where we had the best of people in Satya Yuga. We did have very good 75% of people who are virtuous, but definitely at 25% of people were not as 100% virtuous as they would be in Satya Yuga. About 25% were falling prey for sinful activities or pleasurable activities. Then came down the Dwapara Yuga, where it was 50-50. 50% of people were virtuous and 50% of people were looking for pleasures. It may not be very nice to say sinful activities, though it was there, but we may say 50% were in the path of Shreyas and 50% were in the path of Preyas. And we are in Kali Yuga, where only 25% are in the path of Shreyas and another 75% are in the path of Preyas. And the quality of the mind would definitely move towards wrongful activities when it is running behind Preyas. This is quite obvious. Why? Because the priority is pleasure. So we find a proportion of, in the reverse order, 1, 2, 3, 4. Otherwise, in the proper order, it is 100%, 75%, 50% and 25%. Now, the next aspect what we are going to see is the duration, the time duration of each yuga as calculated in the Shastras. When we take up that topic, it is but natural that a common mind like yours and mine in this age of Kali Yuga will immediately laugh at it initially, not believe those calculations, and will brush aside and call Shastra to be bogus. And we will have all sorts of justification to brush aside the calculations of the Shastra. Before I step into that, I would like to make a mention. The calculations of Shastras are so perfect. It is our calculations that go wrong. Why? Because of, remember, our virtuous contribution is only 25%. So for such a mind which is engaged in pleasurable activities of 75% cannot see the higher true self, cannot see the higher true calculations that are made in the Shastras. But let me bring forth a particular point which will make us understand how perfect our Shastric calculations are. This we use every day, even today. What is that? Panchangam. Is it not? There are so many Panchangams are there. And every Panchangam, the calculations are perfect. Probably in the recent years, because of the people who are calculating, may have a small 10% variation. But it was not there like that. Even today, years before it could happen, the Panchangam says on this particular day it is Amavasya, where the moon will not be seen. In India, let us say, for example. And on that particular day, it will be Amavasya. On that particular defined day, it is Paurnami. All are what? Calculations. Chandra Grahana, Surya Grahana, everything is meticulously calculated. When? Years before. If that much of calculations are possible, how can we arrogantly jump to the conclusion the calculations are all bogus? No. They are perfect and definitely they are perfect. Alright. Now we will get into the calculation. With this understanding, calculations are not wrong. All right. Now see. Each yuga is having a main period, and then we also have two other periods, what we call as dawn and dusk. And the dawn is called as Yuga Sandhya, and the dusk is called as Yuga Sandhyamsha. Now, like even we have, not like even we have, we also understand a day is of 12 hours and the night is of 12 hours. If we say the proper main day is, let us say, 10 hours, and now see, 10% is the dawn and 10% is the dusk. So if it is 10 hours, 10% of 10 hours is 1 hour, 1 hour is the dawn, 1 hour is the dusk. So together it becomes 12 hours. Similarly is the night also. The twilight, we say. With that in mind, when we calculate, now see. Here, the lengths are not calculated in the number of hours, etc. It is calculated in terms of divine years. Years, when we say, now if we are only referring to our duration of a year, 365 days. Our year, if it is 365 days, the years of gods is 360 solar years is one day, which is 12 hours. And 360 solar years, which is one night, which is 12 hours, is one night. So divine years is in terms of 360 solar human years, one divine year. Each yuga cycle, now we saw 4 yugas. What are they? Krita Yuga or Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. This 4 put together is one yuga cycle. Sometimes it may appear, oh my God, I am very weak in maths, and now Swamiji is going to take up such a big math class today. Slowly we will understand. And if you cannot understand while I am speaking, later you can again refer, and it is very beautiful to understand. We are trying to understand all unwanted things in life. We will also try to understand this wonderful calculation, and it is very important for us to know why we should gain the knowledge of the Supreme by knowing these calculations. All right. 43,20,000 years is one yuga cycle, which is, now see, we saw 4, 3, 2, 1, the proportion. Here, 12,000 divine years is one yuga cycle. Now see, 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 2, 9 plus 1, 10. Right? 10 plus 10% dawn, 10% dusk. So 10% dawn is 1, 10% dusk is 1, 10 plus 2 is 12. 12,000 divine years, and if it is 12,000 divine years into 360 is 43,20,000 years is one yuga cycle. Right? And if you calculate it, just for the sake of our understanding, or at least if not understanding, for an awe, what is that? 155 crore 52 lakh days is one yuga cycle. We don't even understand 10 days properly, or our age, which is less than 100 years. Now see, with its 4 yugas and their parts occurring in the following order. How? This is one yuga cycle totally. Now see, the Krita Yuga or Satya Yuga is 4,000 divine years plus the 10 and 10%, which is 4,800 divine years. Otherwise, it is 17 lakhs 28,000 years is Satya Yuga. Then comes Treta Yuga. Now it is, if it is 4,000, naturally Treta Yuga is 3,000 years plus 10%, 3,600 divine years, which is 12 lakhs 96,000 years is Treta Yuga. Dwapara Yuga, 2,000 divine years, 10%, 2,400 divine years, and 8,64,000 years is Dwapara Yuga. And what we are going through experiencing now is the Kali Yuga, which is 1,000 divine years, 10%, 1,200 divine years, which is 4,32,000 divine years. These are the calculations. It brings in a big awe because we can't imagine that kind of a number of days, of years. But then these are the calculations. Now see, if you put them together, Krita Yuga 17 lakhs 28,000, Treta Yuga 12 lakhs 96,000, Dwapara Yuga 8 lakhs 64,000 and Kali Yuga 4 lakh 32,000 put together is 43 lakhs 20,000 years is one Yuga cycle. Continuing, one Kalpa is 1,000 Yuga cycles. One Yuga cycle is 43 lakhs 20,000 years, and one Kalpa is 1,000 Yuga cycles, that is 432 crore years. Think. A period that is 1 day of Brahma. This period, remember, is the 12-hour part, the day, solar days of human being. 12 hour is this much, and you have to add an equal number to make it 24 hours of Brahma. And after that, Pralaya, that is after the 12-hour period, the night period is when the Pralaya takes place, and a Kalpa is followed by a Pralaya. Now this is not the Mahapralaya, I will come to that. This Pralaya takes place during the night of Brahma, and it is partial dissolution. It is not the complete Pralaya. During the night of Brahma, the 12-hour period, partial dissolution takes place, and this is what we probably must be seeing, all the calamities that takes place. However, that is not authenticated. Equal length, together it comes to 24-hour day of Brahma. And even the Brahma's time is fixed. Very interesting. Bhagavad Gita, there is a beautiful shloka. Kshine punye martyalokam vishanti, it is said. When we gain total punya with good work, we will all be given these portfolios of Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, etc. We don't know how many lakh years. Alright, out of great punya, one gains to that state. But that also ends, please note. One Mahakalpa, the complete life of Brahma, is 100 into 360-day years of Brahma, which lasts for 7 crores 20 lakh Yuga cycles, which is 311.04 trillion years of hours. I am sure everything must be going out of your, far above your head. But these are the calculations that are there in the Shastra. Now, why are these given? What is the indication of such calculations, which you and I can never even imagine? The indication through these calculations is, I would say, is to make us understand everything comes to an end. Even the life of Brahma comes to an end, even though it may be 311.04 trillion years, even the life of Brahma ends and he may come back. Kshine punye marthyalokam vishanti. Swamiji, what is the end of it? We will come to that. Mahapralaya, after Brahma's time is over, Mahapralaya, which is complete destruction. Till then, please note, please be attentive. Till then, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jatare Shayanam. Until then, samsara continues. So, if samsara has to end, if we have to attain that permanent, eternal, everlasting, never-ending peace, then the only recourse is realization of our true nature, liberation from samsara. Think. Now look at the lifespan. Our individual lifespan is one life. One life is what? Maximum 100 years. Some exceptions may be there. I would even go to the extent of calling, this is my opinion, anybody living that long years are papajivi. Why? They have to so much suffer and distribute suffering also. They can't stand, they can't walk, they can't talk, they can't sit, they can't sleep. Think. This is the experience we are seeing. 75, 80 years and all, people slowly wither away. So much of trouble they undergo, isn't it? And at that age, everybody says, Swamiji, I am just waiting for my day. Some people are there, if their vasanas are so strong, I want to live for 100 years. I want to see my great grandson's son. Such people are also there, exception sustained. But really speaking, today, according to the way life is going in the world, many of us, I am sure, especially elders in particular, will say, Appa, Swamiji, many people come and tell me, Swamiji, vaisad mele hogbidbeku, in Kannada they say. The moment one becomes old, one should go away, Swamiji. Otherwise, they have to be so dependent upon sons and daughters or daughter-in-law and people and everything. It is such a mess of life. It is so difficult. And kashta, there is only kashta. Think. But even then, one life is our ego. Now, please note, this individual physical body is one life. The subtle body lives for one yuga. The mind and intellect is subtle body. One yuga. And the Karana Shariram lives for all time until liberation. That is why I said, till liberation, even after pralaya, when the creation starts, again we come back. Why? Individuality, ego, samsara. Therefore, liberation is the only method one can get out of samsara, one can get out of limitations. And this knowledge is possible only in human life. And we have already got it. Remember those three? Manushyatvam, we have got. Mahapurusha Samshaya, we have got. How blessed we are. And how foolish we are in losing that opportunity. All we need is mumukshutvam to gain liberation. It is possible in human life. We can get out of this whole cycle. Think. Therefore, the idea of trying to explain this much, idea of showing the calculations of the lakhs of years is only to indicate that an opportunity is given to us to get out of the cycle and remain as the Supreme Being, which we are. Think. I will continue with the shlokas now. तस्य लोक प्रधानस्य जगन्नाथस्य भूपते विष्णोर्नाम सहस्रं मे शृणु पाप भयापहम्. तस्य लोक प्रधानस्य जगन्नाथस्य भूपते विष्णोर्नाम सहस्रं मे शृणु पाप भयापहम्. Therefore, हे भूपते, Bhupate means the most wonderful king. Bhupate, the lord of Bhu, this land, the lord of the land, king. O king, here he refers to Dharmaraja Yudhishthira. Why? Because he has already won the war now. This communication is happening after the war. Kauravas have already lost the war. Pandavas have won the war. Therefore, Yudhishthira is already called as king. He was the king. He is the king now. Bhupate me shrinu. Listen to me. Very interesting. Even at that age, the indication is mind can get distracted. Even however attentive we are, mind can get distracted. Therefore, in between, madhye, shrinu is given. Shrinu is what? It is listening carefully with an integrated personality. What is integrated personality? Sharira, mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, all of them comes together and listens carefully, not cross-ventilation, not hearing. Me shrunu, listen to me. What should I listen to you? Tasya meaning the one who is the Lord of all these Yugantara creations, the Parabrahma Swarupa Paramatma, Tasya Loka Pradhanasya and Jagannathasya. Jagannatha with reference to what we know of this Jagat, he is the ruler, and then it is not only he is a ruler of this Jagat, Loka Pradhana, in all lokas, he is the Pradhana Devata. He is the Supreme Lord. So, who is he? That Mahavishnu, Vishnoho Nama Sahasram. Nama Sahasram, the 100 names of that Vishnu. Why should I take, 1,000 names of that Vishnu? Why should I take his name? Papa Bhayapaham. He is the one who is a dispeller of Papa and Bhaya. Therefore, chanting Vishnu Sahasranama regularly will relieve us of Papa and Bhaya. Vishnoho Nama Sahasram, 1,000 names of Vishnu. Again, this Nama Sahasram, we have to understand clearly, are nothing but the gunas, the glories of Bhagavan Shri Vishnu. We will see when we take the Sahasranama. When I come to realize the glories of the Lord, if I really be attentive and listen and understand and know the glories of the Lord, then how does it remove the Papa and Bhaya? When I know the glory of the Lord, my mind will get associated with Lord. The quality and texture of thoughts that I entertain will definitely have a transformation. In the transformation of my thoughts, my actions will also get a transformation. Parivartana we call. When this parivartana takes place, my sinful actions will reduce and even go away. When the sinful actions reduces and moves away out of me, the fear of papa also will go away. Because when sinful actions go away, I will engage more in meritorious actions, punya karma. And in punya karma, there is no bhaya. In papa karma, definitely there is bhaya. Therefore, when he says papa bhayapaham, it only indicates by taking the name of the Lord regularly, my mind will entertain only fruitful actions, those actions born out of good thinking, righteous thinking. And those thinking will not have desirous, pleasurable attitudes. Therefore, papa bhayapaham tasya loka pradhanasya jagannathasya vishnoho nama sahasram papa bhayapaham he bhupate me shrinu. Continuing. यानि नामानि गौणानि विख्यातानि महात्मनः ऋषिभिः परिगीतानि तानि वक्ष्यामि भूतये. What kind of names? Yani namani, those names, the 1,000 names which I am going to say. Gaunani, Gaunani means they are filled with the glorious gunas. Gunas meaning what? Meritorious attitude of thinking. These meritorious attitudes of whom? Mahatmanaha. Here Mahatmanaha refers to Bhagavan Vishnu. Usually Mahatmanaha is told for or is uttered for the saints and sages. Mahatma. We also have one Mahatma Gandhi in Bharata. Mahatmanaha here refers to Mahatmanaha, the Atman and that supreme Atman which is Vishnu. His Vikhyatani, it is being explained. By whom? Rishibhihi. Rishibhihi talk the glory of this Mahatmanaha, the Vishnu, and Tani Parigitani Rishibhihi. Those which are glorified, Parigitani means sung, glorified. By whom? Rishibhihi. Great rishis of your Tani Vakshyami. I will now give you those 1,000 names. I will now tell you about the 1,000 names. And then for what do I need? Why do I need that? Bhutaye. Bhutaye means for prosperity. Prosperity in this loka and that loka. Both we may say. Therefore, Rishibhihi Parigitani Mahatmanaha Vikhyatani Gaunani Yani Namani Tani Vakshyami for Bhutaye. Right? I am now taking up a little faster because all these are again, will be, all of them will come in the Sahasranama also. There we will deal a little more in detail. Right? Rishirnamnam sahasrasya vedavyaso mahamunihi Chando nushtup tatha devo bhagavan devaki sutaha. Whenever the glorification of the Lord, like Vishnu Sahasranama, Shiva Sahasranama, or Lalita Sahasranama, etc. is given, an indication of who has given this Sahasranama. Why is it required? For us to know how glorified, how wonderful, how important it is for us when such a great Mahatma himself has written. Even in the general books also, normal books, for example, a book written by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has got a greater weight in the society. We respect that more, is it not? A book published by Ramakrishna Ashrama on the sayings of Swami Vivekananda, it definitely holds a lot of weight, right? Let us suppose, for example, Sanskrit dictionary, Apte, very popular. Like that, if you take up any other textbooks of any subject, there is always a greater person who is respected, very reputed, etc. So when the moment you listen to that name, there is the feelings. Look at the feelings. The moment you take up that name, there is a respect to that person. And this is given by greatest Mahatma. Therefore, to know who has written. Why this much? Even in movies, what you see. Whose movie, you ask? Is it not? All are imagination, all are false. And that person do not have that qualities at all probably. But then, who has acted? Who is the director of the movie? Now in the south, we had Mani Ratnam, or the greatest Kavitalaya. There is one Bala. Excellent director. If that person directs a movie, the movie will definitely hit hundreds of days. We know, we have seen. The moment you say it is Mani Ratnam's movie, Balachandar, yes. Balachandar's movie, immediately will say, it will be nice. Why? It is the reputation they carry. Right? The moment that we see that reputation, we know it must be the excellent movie. If for a movie, for a book, we can refer to that much, if we can compare that much, what to talk of such great writings? Therefore, such granthas normally indicate who is the person, the author of this particular text. And here, Rishihi Sahasrasya Namnam Vedavyaso Mahamunihi. Mahamunihi, the greatest seer. We call them seer. Who wrote this is Vedavyasji, the greatest of all rishis whom we have come to know in these years through Shastra. And what is the meter? Meter meaning the way it is written. Chandas, it is called as Chandas. Anushtup Chandas. We have so many other meters, Trishtup, then Gayatri, etc., etc. So many, there are a lot of names are there. It's a different topic of discussion by itself. Chandas here is Anushtup Chandas, which means it has 4 padas. Though while chanting, we chanted 2 padas and 2 padas together. Rishirnam Nam Sahasrasya Vedavyaso Mahamunihi. We chanted together. And then Chando Nushtup Tatha Devo Bhagavan Devaki Sutaha. If you take Bhagavad Gita, which is also Anushtup Chandaha, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha Mamakaf Pandavas Chaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. 4 padas. So this is called as Anushtup. Tatha Devaha. Who is the Bhagavan? Who is the deity here? Devaki Sutaha. Here Devaki Sutaha indicates Bhagavan Sri Krishna, because he is standing there also, of course, in front of Yudhishthira and Bhishma Pitamaha. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is there, the Avatara Purusha during that time, those times. Bhagavan Devaki Sutaha Krishna, who is nothing but Vishnu, no other than Vishnu. So Bhagavan Vishnu in the form of Devaki Sutaha is the Devata. So this is all indicated. Alright. Amritam Shudbhavo Bijam Shaktir Devaki Nandanaha Trisama Hridayam Tasya Shantyarthe Viniyujjate. Amritam Shudbhavo Bijam Shaktir Devaki Nandanaha Trisama Hridayam Tasya Shantyarthe Viniyujjate. Amritamshu Udbhavaha. Amritamshu meaning what? This particular Supreme Bhagavan, the bija of that is what? Shaktihi Devaki Nandanaha. Devaki Nandanaha, Bhagavan Shri Krishna or Vishnu, is the Shakti, the power in what? In that bija, seed of Amritamshu. Now, a seed has all potentials of the greatest tree, is it not? Earlier, when I was living in Bangalore, there was a tree outside our ashram which used to drop very, very tiny seeds. And very interestingly, it was covered, it is nature only, not that people have covered. Nature has covered that very minute, like a mustard. It used to be like a mustard or probably a, what you call it? Methi. It used to be like that, and beautiful. See the nature. It used to be covered by, it is not polythene, naturally, like a cover with plastic sheet. It appeared like that. It is nature, it is not plastic sheet. Look at the creation. And it used to fall everywhere. And wherever it has fallen, if there is an opportunity for water and mud there, then the plant starts there. And those plants become huge trees. That small seed has got the potential of this huge tree with so many fruits or flowers or whatever it may give. Here, Shakti Bijam of Amritamshu is Devaki Nandanaha. He is Bhagavan himself. And who is he? Trisama Hridayam. Trisama means the very core, the very Hridaya. Tasya Viniyujjate. His glories I will now speak. Again, what is the purpose? Shantyarthe. For gaining that supreme Shanti, Parama Shanti, complete happiness, bliss. What is it actually? It is my own true nature. Ananda Swarupaha Ahameva. That Ananda Swarupaha is to be gained. That Swarupa gain meaning what? The knowledge of that is to be gained. And that can be gained only through purity of mind. When the mind, in the quietude of mind, the knowledge can be gained. For quietude of the mind, a beautiful sadhana is Vishnu Sahasranama. That Vakshyami, he had said, that I will tell you. With this, we will conclude today and will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.